Whew, I'm excited. Ooh. Baby, it's the everything. What's good, family? Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to get this right for y'all. Mm, 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 mm. I love us. I love us so much. I swear I do. More than y'all even understand. Hey, Jay, I see you in here. And I got a question for you because I may have a really great surprise for you that you didn't even know about. Are you from Clayton? Are you from Clayton, Jay? Oh yeah, it's about to be lit, 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 lit. Mhm. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You are? Jay, you want a free render slot? You want a free 1 day vendor slot for the Buy Black Market? No, remember I still have. I didn't call the free vendor slot raffle winner. I only called the vendor raffle prize winners yesterday. He's in the live.
Oh, you didn't tell me?
Yeah, I just told him. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Because I said I don't know. I don't know where he's from. I don't know if this is the same one. So that is so awesome. Congrats, good sir, um, on winning. Life comes at you fast, man. Life comes at you fast. Uh, yeah, I seen it. I said I think I might know this person. So yeah, today is a good day. What? It is a really, really good day. And if I can get this Facebook thing to do what it's supposed to do for us, it's going to be a great day. But let's celebrate SNA Boutique. Look, people trying to track you down for more of those journals. The person who won it has been sharing it all over social media. And now everybody wants what she has. So I think you're going to need to double down and get your journal collection up, and ready for the volume. Um, Hello, happy Cyber Monday to all my good family, all my good friends. If you are new to the community, welcome. We are so excited about everything. If you did not make it to the Buy Black Market this past weekend, I feel sorry for you, but do not fret. There will be future ones for you to experience and be transformed by and have your businesses elevated by. Um, and just welcome you into the community. So I'm super excited. It was a time. There were so many connections made. So many. I can't speak for nobody but me. But I easily made several $1,000,000 worth of connections this past weekend. And when y'all see it come to fruition, just, be like, she said it, but I ain't feel like it was a whole lot of money in the room. It was a whole lot of money in the room. And sometimes the investment is worth more than the quick spend. You understand what I'm saying? People spend money on fast food and all this stuff at the drop of a hat. But when people spend money investing, it's more calculated, especially if they're real serious investors and not just somebody trying to put money at whatever they think they about to get, be able to flip real quick. You understand? Um, and so it was a lot of investment centered connections to be made yesterday, all weekend, not all week, not just yesterday, but all weekend. Yesterday alone, I met somebody who literally runs an organization to get millions of dollars in free scholarships in the hands of Black communities wanting to pursue college, as well as other minorities. That was, you get what I'm saying? Like, I met somebody who's literally trying to fill positions to get a multi-million dollar contract executed on for our community. I met some investors who are literally just looking for Black businesses with the right infrastructure to be able to scale, or even pursue potential franchise opportunities. And I met some. I This wasn't yesterday. Actually, this wasn't this weekend, but he full circle and came back this weekend, and he is a business who literally teaches nonprofits how to get funding, excessive funding, real funding. So yeah, it's something happening where it's like you just got to be intentional in how you engage. You got to you can't the sales pitch sounds great, but in the branding phase, what's more invaluable is understanding what makes you different from the crowd, what makes you special, what makes you um what makes you worthy of all of that extra energy, commitment, loyalty that the average person isn't acquiring in the space, or did a regular smuggler business isn't acquiring. Yeah, I know we're doing great because despite all of the roadblocks, people were still trying to come spy, see what we had going on, see how they could, you know what I'm saying, wiggle their way in. It was amazing. This whole weekend was nothing but perfection. Every little nuance that could have been changed, every big thing that could have been done differently, it was perfection. There were connections to be made. Oh, sorry, y'all. I wasn't supposed to be playing nothing. Um, it was an opportunity of a lifetime, and we're just going higher from here, for real. And I'm not saying that because it's connected to us, because the Bad Black Market is not our event, it's the community. When you see the information, when you see the resources, despite the fact that somebody has to be able to talk about it, it is a reflection of everybody else. All the things that was having people stopping their tracks at the front wasn't ours. It was the business vendors, their contributions, their pieces of the puzzle, um, that were added to the event. It wasn't us in our own right that did anything. And I think it's super important for everybody involved to realize the "we are greater than me" isn't just a talking point. It is 1,000% the truth, and we are 1,000% excited to continue to grow and build and elevate with our community, because baby, they watching. We are on everybody's radar, um, and we are hands down grateful for the opportunity. This past weekend, y'all, we got covered. That event got cut. The Black Market event got covered by so many platforms that I didn't even realize. Newspapers wrote up on it that I was not aware of. A guy literally read it in a newspaper while he was sitting eating breakfast and came over after he finished. Yeah, I didn't even know it got a newspaper coverage. Two different news outlets came out. Um, One news outlet came out twice. Thank you, ABC 11. They came out once to spotlight the event in totality, and really just capture what the event was about. And then they came out a second time to spotlight it as a part of a Small Business Saturday reel as well. So they doubled down to really make sure that y'all were magnified. All the businesses that make up our community were magnified. CBS 17 came out to spotlight it also. Um, a lot of people got platforms to just be able to be represented, speak their truths, make it known where they stand in the collective as entrepreneurs doing their thing. So that was super amazing too. Then You're talking about Triangle and the Sheep covered it. Spectacular Magazine covered it. Um, there's one that I'm not gonna say right, so I'm not gonna say it. K97.5 hip hop radio station covered it. The Light 103.9's gospel station covered it. Foxy 104 and Foxy 107 radio stations covered it. Hot 97.9 covered the event. And apparently it was on a lot of websites that we didn't even know existed prior to this weekend, that also was just magnifying awareness about it as well. So it's one of those things where the gratitude is real, where people are standing in the gap on your behalf that you don't even know your name. Don't let that go over you. They did it for us, and we are grateful because it benefits the collective, but they're doing it for you too. So while it sounds great, the immediate gratification stuff, there are people who are advocating on your behalf, who you don't even realize knows your name. So it's super important to just be in spaces where people can be made aware of you, which is very, very important about these events. Like, it's great to have the immediate sales, but we're trying to drive the awareness. So the awesome thing that the team was able to roll out with this one that everybody loved, everybody is going to continue to utilize, was the vendor map. The vendor map was ultimately, it's a living business directory, to be real with y'all. It's a it's a living business directory that's forming around the vendors who have participated in the Buy Black market. It has everything. It has the business logos. It has the business websites. It has the business social medias, right? So if you're doing your part on your side, they're starting here and ending up where you want them to be, whatever that destination you have for them is. So it's super important to just do the work so that the infrastructure is in place for when people are ready to look and execute, they can find you and they can utilize you to the extent that they want to. We already have people joining the Buy Black Market Facebook group, seeking out people they saw at the event. And guess what? We're directing them to the directory. So if your infrastructure is in place, they're going to be able to find you. They're going to be able to blow up your spot. They're going to be able to show you love. They're going to be able to, I can't figure out how to, oh, there it is. I finally figured it out. They're going to be trying to elevate your business. However, all those little nuanced things that we were educating and showing and exposing, they got to have already been in place, or they're going to get to you. And then you're going to miss the window of opportunity for them to execute. We love analytics. We utilize them all the time because it helps us see how we can continue to grow, how we continue to expand, how we can continue to elevate. If you are in this live, do me a little small favor. If you are in this live and you were in attendance at the Buy Black Market as a vendor, as an attendee, as a anything, put a heart in the chat, hater. Put a heart in the chat. Put a heart emoji in the chat real quick. If you're on a computer, put a 0 in the chat if you're on a computer. But if you're on a phone, put a heart emoji in the chat if you were at the Buy Black Market this weekend.
We just put a number. I got you said number.
I love y'all. I love us. I love us all. I love us all. We're amazing. Our whole community. And so just so y'all know, I'm drinking Black Excellence right here. This is actually 2 different lemonades put together. This is half OMG lemonade and half Adam's Cake Factory lemonade. It is OMG's Spice. Huh? No, it's called Spice. It's OMG Spice lemonade and Adam Cake's Factory strawberry lemonade. This thing hit because it's like actually all real ingredients. You see the little poke floating around the bottom. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't want to go too far left. So yeah, awesome. All this family. The bottle said Adam's Cake Factory. Madam B's Bakery. Adam's Cake Factory, formerly known as Adam's Cake Factory, now possibly Madam B's Bakery. That was the strawberry lemonade. So yeah, it's good too. It's like it's the perfect type of tart. You get what I'm saying? I love it. Awesome. So I'm about to run down these promos for y'all real quick. Give me 1 second because I'm trying to put it on TikTok too. And I'm an old person at the soul level. I'm not even gonna hold it with y'all. I really am. I'm an old person at the soul level. So we wasn't going, given the fact that most of what we do is virtual, we was not going to let Cyber Monday pass and not hold it down for the culture. And for that reason, we rolled out one of the most insane Cyber Monday deals we have ever rolled out. Okay. We did that for us. We did that for the community. We did that with us in mind. Um, because we want to see everybody elevate. And after this weekend, there is more than enough room for you at the table, no matter what you do in your own right. There we go. There we go. Oh, let me do this one too for you. So I'm about to run down this Cyber Monday deal because I think a lot of people didn't realize how crazy of a Cyber Monday deal it was because they know our normal vendor fees. So I'm gonna run it down for y'all real quick. Nope, don't need that. So I'm gonna run it. Let's talk about it real quick. So I'm gonna run it down for y'all real quick so that I can answer any questions. Of all colors. So I don't know what I'm doing. Like I really need a TikTok mediator, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. I need a TikTok mediator. So the Cyber Monday deal, super, super insane. And it is dedicated to making sure that everybody has a seat at the table, no matter what your industry is, no matter just being weird. Oh, maybe this one. No matter what your industry is, no matter what am I trying to say, Thomas? Can you translate, Thomas? Can you come to translate what I'm trying to say?
I will come translate, but I don't know if you sound. Well, I don't know if I'm translating, but please hold on. Doing technical difficulties. We'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, this weekend was so fun. We did not get to do half the stuff we really wanted to do, which was a little bit unfortunate. Like, Are You Financially Lit? We still ain't played it live
Next time
in action. We're not holding back next time. Next time, I'm literally going to hire people to, I don't care. There's not going to be a price point limit at all. I'm going to just hire people so I can play Are You Financially Lit? Because Are You Financially Lit is a game that everybody needs to experience up close and personal. It is already trademarked and copyrighted. Don't try to be stealing our stuff. But it is a game that everybody needs to experience up close and personal with the jump box and the penalty zone and all the little nuances because it's dope. One, and Black people are competitive, and it is one of those games that is so eye-opening. You think you got it all figured out until you realize you ain't got it all figured out. It'd be that one area you be like, dang, I really did not know nothing about that. And so it's the perfect way to have competition and realize what you don't know that you don't know. Are You Financially Lit is everything you need in life in a fun way of finding it out. So we love the game, and we need everybody to know about it, like really know about it and experience it, because the live version of it incorporates stuff that we have not been able to do virtually to this point. So let's get into it. Market. This thing hates me. All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing at all, yeah. So let us get so stock market Cyber Monday deal is super insane. Let's run it down. The Buy Black Market deal is exclusively for weekend vendor slots. It is not for daily vendor slots. It is for weekend vendor slots. And so The team was insane enough to roll this out for a couple of hours, and a lot of people are already benefiting from it. We got Daisy Mae's Kitchen already finalized as a food vendor for the whole Easter weekend, which is when the next Buy Black market will happen. S&A Boutiques is already finalized as a vendor for the whole weekend, and we are super excited about what she's about to pull up out of her sleeve for Easter holiday, like she did for all of the other ones. A paparazzi vendor already finalized for the whole week, and they wasn't playing around this time. They pulled the trigger as soon as the email went out. Amongst so many others, those are just the ones that I saw in passing today. So yeah, you have the ability to finalize for the whole week and have to drop right now on the website. What we ended up doing, we slashed for Cyber Monday. We slashed all of the weekend vendor slot fees, border really close to half. So, i.e., a nonprofit vendor slot for the entire weekend is only $200. A 8 by 8 foot vendor slot for the entire weekend is only $250, y'all. What insane! Especially since a 8 by 8 vendor booth is normally $210 a day. Do you understand what I'm saying? A 10 by 10 foot vendor booth slot is only $350 for the weekend. A food, snack, or drink business vendor slot is only $450 for the entire weekend right now. So that deal is not about to last long at all. We are not even marketing and advertising it because it's so insane. You can do it straight from going to youbyblack.com. There's no code needed. It's already incorporated into the site. When you go to it and you click on on both days, that's how the April and August vendor slots for the weekend show up as both days, because it's only 2-day event weekends, while the November Buy Black Market vendor slot shows up as all weekend because it's a 3-day event weekend. Yeah, so I'm excited. In the event you guys don't know, we do offer payment plans. You have the ability to, I believe, at least 1 or 2 people have already finalized utilizing our payment plan options. You pay in 4 simple payments over the course of the next 6 weeks. So you literally, if you sign up as a nonprofit, you only need to be able to afford $50 today and pay another $150 over the next 6 weeks, 2 weeks apart. If you sign up as a 8 by 8 foot booth, I believe you need to be able to pay like $65, which is still, come on now, your cell phone bill probably more than that at this point in life. It is. Stop. It's the fake look for me. It's the fake look for me. But yeah, so literally, it's the payment plans. It's just a full experience. This time we are not holding back. We told y'all we weren't playing in November, and y'all saw it. Everybody benefited from it. No matter whether you benefited from it in connections, whether you benefited from it in sales, whether you benefited from it and just being in the room and being around like-minded people who elevated and magnified what you were doing, your visions, confirmed your steps. You benefited from it just by having an opportunity to grow. There were a lot of people that got more than they paid for. And that's where community is the focus. So we love everything we do. It is not a us versus them thing. It's how do we build from the inside out? Stop seeking saviors. Stop seeking people to make things better for you. Figure out what you can do in any moment to build from the inside out, wherever your community is, whoever that community you identify with is. And we're doing it. And we take so much pride in doing it now. It's fun. We've made connections. We've learned about things. We found people. Yeah, I found somebody over this event weekend. I found somebody who offers a business service I had been looking for 4 years. You get what I'm saying? I found literally a business I had been looking for 4 years just by creating a space for us to coexist. And he was literally headed out the door. They were just there supporting. They weren't participating. They weren't vendors. They didn't know me by name. I didn't know them by name. You know what I'm saying? And we all had on masks. So understand the odds were super slim to even realize who he was, identify him, all this stuff. And somehow I still did. And we were able to find somebody we were looking for connected to some real estate projects for a long while. So it's one of those things where you're in the room and you don't know who you're in the room with unless you speak intentionally. So you have to just be willing to show up. And if you're a business and you really want to build and grow and scale, this is the time to execute in doing that. I promise it is. And I'm not saying that because it's like you need to do it with us. We're trying to give everybody the tools to be able to duplicate this throughout the world. Wherever your community is, we want you to have the capacity to do it where you identify as being a part, as a part of whatever community you identify as being a part of, that we equally do. Because it's not about us, it's about we. It's not about me. It's not about Thomas. It's not about Sam. It's not about Shola. It's not about our photographer, videographer, nothing. But somebody has to be the representation that makes everybody else realize that they can get it done and or do it or duplicate it themselves. Blueprints are how we build aggressively and sustainably. Most things use a blueprint, not just events, not just community initiatives, not just the things you care about or you're passionate about. Your house required a blueprint. Your car required a blueprint. Job infrastructure, all of that. It required a blueprint to be able to grow and scale sustainably, to be able to execute effectively. Even the floor plan for the event required a blueprint. We modified that blueprint 5 times before y'all got in the room. You understand? So it's those little things. And we're just we realized we didn't have one, right? We had things for performative purposes where it was like doing it for the culture, but it was like no like real sustainable impact was happening. Like we take pride in knowing that we bring jobs to the community every event. We empower businesses with revenue and sales opportunities that they may not have known. We were the first our trade show setup company. They were out of business for a year due to the pandemic. We were the first big event they did after a year of no revenue. You know? So that's amazing. And they're not the only ones. We take pride in knowing that we were literally some of the first mass orders that businesses had received in their industries in the middle of a pandemic. We're still in a pandemic. Whether they tell y'all we are or not, we are. We are still in a pandemic. And businesses are going from there being the 1% to really going outlive and outpace what's projected for those first couple of years of life. I take pride in knowing that. I take pride in knowing that I can create spaces or I can be a part. And I'm not going to say I could be a part of creating the spaces that empower that allow for people to find their tribe, that allow for people to grow and scale. From this event weekend, no matter how people feel about it, there were a number of strategic business partnerships that are now thriving, business connections that are now transpiring as a result of this space existing. From new distribution chains to new sales avenues to new markets, you're now selling. You now have the ability to have your business offered in a new market anywhere in the country. You now have the ability to have your brand seen in spaces that you never even made it to. You know, people now know about your company that you thought it was going to be years before it even made that level of recognition publicly. It's amazing. Like, it's mind blowing. People have rolled out completely new products, completely new marketing strategies, all types of things. It's a blessing, man. And we are just so grateful to be a part of a community that is the snowball effect is in full effect. It is in full effect. So y'all better make sure y'all lock it in. Oh, it looks like Yanni Pollard of Durham. It was the tartness from the lemonade, not your name. Yanni Pollard of Durham is already finalized for the Easter weekend by Black Market as well. Y'all, we are pumped. For real. We are really, really pumped. And I'm calling out all of our community that is sitting on their hands. This is your time also to execute on getting your pieces of the puzzle in place. It's November. April is December, January, February, March, April. That means you got 5 months to get serious, execute, get your business to where it needs to be so you can feel confident and comfortable coming into the space that we're creating and building and scaling. Somebody's gonna come looking for it. I'm gonna tell y'all. Thomas, what did you say? You said Majestic Woods, right? Majestic Woods. What was his suggestion about the booths and like voting or something like
Oh,
that?
we should do I think who have the participants and vendors vote on who had the best booth. That's right.
So it was a business vendor who suggested it, not me, y'all. Suggested we we allow for people to vote on some of the best booths, like best booth displays, not best booths. Because facts of the matter is there is no best business. There are just businesses that serve purposes for different people to different degrees. So I think that would be super biased. If you don't need financial literacy, you're not going to probably think that the financial literacy, blah, blah, right? But the thoughtfulness and branding and marketing could be something people could vote on. So we'll see. We'll weigh it out. But I thought that was cool. I thought it was cool that the business said that. And he took pride in his setup. He took pride in his display. He was very, very strategic and calculated and how he marketed, even as a part of his first event. Even that's amazing. So yeah, we're excited. Cyber Monday deals is in full effect, y'all. If you are not finalized, you need to get finalized. 8x8 for booths are only $250 for the whole April weekend event. Nonprofit organization vendor booths are only $200 today for the whole Easter weekend event. 10 by 10 foot booths are only $300 for the whole Buy Black Market weekend event. Is Najee snoring? That's my photographer, y'all. If y'all can hear that on camera, that is my photographer who I literally overworked. All of our food, snack, drink, business vendor slots for the April weekend is only $450 for the whole weekend. If y'all know anything about our vendor fees, you know that they are way higher than what those fees are right now. So they are drastically cut for Cyber Monday. There are no codes needed for you to utilize them. If you just go to youbyblack.com, you will see them reflected, and they'll be reflected for the next couple of hours. So make sure you lock in. We do offer payment plans. You can pay in 4 simple payments over the course of 6 weeks. So it's not a situation where you even need to come up with all the money today. You got 2 months. No, they're not. So Yanni Pollard, we got it updated. What we did do, we reassessed. It should have been, you might have finalized before we reassess. We got it updated, and we did pull one radio station advertising from the inventory because we're not advertising with them. It wasn't as effective as it was last time. This go around, we're doing advertising on the 4 stations that worked best, and we'll probably be bringing in an alternative one that we're not going to allow anybody to pay to be on because we're still testing the market on that one. But what? That is interesting. So yeah. So, but we do have sponsorship packages as well. And that's something we're going to put a lot of energy into this time because there's some businesses that need to be represented, but may not be physically capable. You know, we came across some really amazing businesses that are international businesses, but they're Black businesses that can be supported from anywhere in the world. We came across a really dope business, based out of California, but he's on active duty in the military, so he doesn't have the flexibility to travel as others may. And so he's a watch company. You know, they're really amazing businesses and industries that we don't even know that we don't know about, offering things that are life altering for the collective. So I think it's important for us to create a space where they can even be seen, made aware of, supported throughout this entire experience. Because the awesome thing about the way we try to make sure that people remain aware about the Buy Black Market is we create things that people always now have as a point of reference, right? So vendors didn't even know we did it, but we created a vendor map this time. The vendor map was dope and it was loved. And it was just a QR code that people scanned as soon as they entered. They let them know where your booth numbers were. It let them know about your company's logo so that brand recognition can now wherever your company logo goes, right? It allowed for them to know about your website, any of your social media. It gave them info on that as well. So it became it became and it was an ongoing list. So it didn't just list the day that they attended, it listed the entire weekend. And the team has been talking about it, and we're thinking we're just going to build on it, because the awesome thing about it is it ended up being a situation where people who were in attendance, they were sharing it with people that weren't even there, sharing it with people outside of the state, outside of the country, that they knew would be able to utilize or tap into those things. So it becomes something where even after that moment, right, people now have a point of reference to go back to and be like, oh, I was looking for this. Let me check real quick. And it's a free resource. We don't care about monetizing our support, because if everybody's eating, there's no scarcity. If everybody has the ability to bring not just a plate to the table, but a platter, you feel what I'm saying? You got a whole smorgasbord of options, and you now are able to find anything you need to have done effectively, efficiently, and culturally aware of the factors that need to be factored into it. So we love it. And it's so funny because we tried to fund an initiative to just develop a directory. And it's like the Buy Black Market is doing it on its own. That's the crazy part. It's like it's doing it on its own. So it's like now we don't have to work to do it. Like that is invaluable to know somebody can come track you down 6 months from now. What we did the August Buy Black Market, September, October, November. Between August and November, people came looking for somebody from the August one who did heating and cooling. We did the April one. People came looking for somebody in like September, October for the delivery services from the person who came in the April one. And to just have the ability to have this thing to transcend space and time, to have those gaps filled in, even when you don't think somebody's looking to have it filled in, is mind blowing. That is more invaluable than that's why I say don't focus on that immediate sale. That immediate sale is going to get you confused about all the things that people are actively looking for you to do over the course of time. And don't shrink into those things that you feel like people are willing to listen about. I had a 5-way conversation at the Buy Black Market with somebody who came looking for me, but apparently he came looking for a lot of y'all. He was looking for IT tech people. He was looking for project managers. He was looking for cybersecurity experts within the community. And our one-to-one conversation turned into a 5-way conversation, and he at least found 3 of the things he was looking for in the room. He didn't even realize it because none of those things were even presented in the way where from just the outside looking in, he would have known. It took that intentional engagement. So I'm telling you, this weekend was perfect. Chaos, attacks, everything. This weekend was perfect. I say that wholeheartedly. This was the first time. This weekend was perfect, man. It was perfect. Like, it was perfect. You got anything to say, Thomas? You here?
Good. But, it's made some good. See, like some changes we're gonna make later on down the line. But we do like to bend them out. Anybody do like to bend them out? That was a good thing. And everybody making that tonight you're supposed to.
Oh my goodness. Najee's about to get put out the house, y'all. He's about to get put out the whole house.
And then we had the foot chocolate.
Yes.
And I noticed that we're marketing it very well. We got a lot of number of people said they saw guys from the radio stuff. He got from bus side, and they got a lot of them got it from the flyers. So they picked up flyers.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're definitely cutting flyers. We're definitely cutting flyers. I'm gonna tell y'all something really cool we want to do for the April Buy Black Market. I think this thing that froze on us. I think what's the name's? Yeah, it went out of commission on my phone. It's disrespectful. It is. Like, I do. So I might have to. Yeah, I think Instagram crashed on me. Like, to be real with you. I do, but I want to do a really small push of flyers. I'm gonna get off of this Instagram because it's not acting right, and I'm gonna get on it on another phone. Because Sorry, y'all. Technical issues. We go through real stuff.
Don't worry, those pictures will be coming soon.
There we go. Ooh, it's the smile for me, y'all. I know I was supposed to be using a different image, but I'm not. That smile is pure. I love us so much. I swear I do. Y'all just don't understand. And this by Black Market gave us, it spoke life back into us. We were going through a a, a deciding factor moment, and this one made us realize like the decision is already made on our behalf. Like yes, we're not stopping, we're not wavering, we're not we're not stepping back either. We're not cowering. So, but who, who, I love it. Um, almost deleted the caption, y'all. Yeah, Instagram just clocked us on my phone that needs to be upgraded if I'm being completely transparent about it. So I'm getting off of I got off of Instagram. I'm still on Facebook with y'all. Sam is absolutely awesome. So make sure Sam is a part of the she owns a part of our stop shop. Sam is gonna be at work unless something outside of all of our control forces her not to be. Sam is very much so needed to do her job. Like she was holding everybody down, which was cool. But Sam is very much so needed to do her job. Because she has a very intricate one that she is supposed to be doing at every Black Market as well. And shout out to everybody that tipped Sam because Sam came up on a bag. she she relied came up on a bag at the Black Market, and I don't understand how because I didn't understand she was doing nothing to earn money. Did you? Where did Sam earn money from? She was gift wrapping. She was gift wrap. Apparently, she was out here gift wrapping for y'all and collecting tips. Somebody said put a tip basket at the door when she was doing temperature checks. Like,
she said, yeah, she did that. What to say? I tip, we tip, I tip.
Some then remixed our culture, y'all. She took the "I dip, you dip, we dip" song and she made that into a tip song. And Sam collected a whole check. Okay, so thank you for sparing me from having to write her one. We appreciate that. But yeah, Sam likes to be paid in equity, if not tips. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to put her on your payroll for anything. She definitely gonna have an equity contingency with anything that she does. But yeah, buy Black Market. I don't want to end this one because somebody's in it. Um,
cool sponsor package.
Yeah, our sponsorship packages are actually built around red, black, and green. I don't know if you guys know that. The red is for revolution, like just the televisation of this shift in the narrative happening. The black is around honoring the Black Wall Streets, all those thriving Black Wall Streets that existed throughout our history, throughout our culture, throughout all the communities that make up the collective Black community and diaspora. The green is for in honor to pay homage to the Green Book. The Green Book that was that resource to collectively empower, educate, and equip our community with the information they needed to be able to sustainably progress and move throughout the world safely in spaces that were conducive to continue to grow and elevate and execute. So we love our sponsorship packages. They are all about just paying homage to history while executing in the future to elevate. The revolution ones, it's the playoff. It's really the playoff of the revolution will not be televised. In the age of technology, we are going to streamline awareness and maximize exposure to it so that we realize things have shifted and we are honoring ourselves more than you even realize. Huh? And one more thing, y'all. Hold on. Let me do this. One more thing I'm super excited about. It's the shirt for me, y'all. This is a limited edition run shirt. Nobody even owns it but me as of right now. Y'all see it? It's a limited edition run shirt about building Black wealth. We have not even put it on the site yet. I'm gonna get my photographer to take some pictures first before he heads out tomorrow. And you can get one. It's not a vendor shirt. It doesn't say anything else on it. It literally only says what you see right here. Building Black Wealth. That's it. Huh? We have limited sizes available. We have limited sizes available. As you can see, it doesn't even have any black on this one. It's literally just green and red. Green and red. It's dope. I love it. And it speaks life into all the things we need to speak life into. So yeah, you heard it first here. That's our Cyber Monday special announcement. But yeah, I'm so excited. Make sure to share the information about this amazing Cyber Monday deal with 3 people because they're gonna be upset that they found out on the back end. I promise you. Don't be selfish with information. That is how we avoid and dismantle all the destruction and sabotage being sent our way. We love you guys to life. I may do a really, really short live to follow this up on the You by Black page. So the content is on the You by Black page. Thomas. And then we are out. Ooh, ooh. If you have any questions, be sure to email us, DM us, call us.